Hello, good. I bring you another tutorial still related to drawing, managing drawing or dealing with drawings and using shapes to form different objects or shapes. And then this time we are not going to draw, we are going to see how we can convert a simple trick of turning that drawing in Word into a picture file, let's say a JPEG or PNG file. Let's say it's a requirement, somebody said draw like you are seeing on screen. Just do an illustration of your campus or your work environment and then send it to us in a JPEG format, JPG format or PNG format or GIF format. Those are some of the picture format things you can have around and more. So in this case, we want to, let's say, create a JPG file. After we refuse to send our work to the designer and think that this is simple enough for us to be able to do, and we have done it. Now the requirement is that we should send it in a particular stated format. So let's see how we do this. Now this is an already drawn shape which was done in an earlier video tutorial, which if you watch that one you will see how this was drawn. So we won't go into the drawing. We are going to convert this video, I mean not the video, this drawing showing here, using one method into a JPG format. In fact, one of the ways we are going to use is we are going to copy this screen of this as it is now. We're going to copy this screen and then go ahead. We'll copy this screen and then go ahead and then use the Paint Office Microsoft Paint, which is always on in Windows. So we'll copy this screen and then trim it the way we want it, then go and paste it in Paint and save it as whatever file format, the JPG, PNG, GIF, and then give it to whoever is requesting for it. So let's get that started. So I know I will be trimming this, so I want to move it down a bit so this text doesn't come into the picture I'm going to take. So we can either choose to use the screen clipping tool, which is also a lot of the time found on Windows, or we just use the print screen tool. Print screen key on your screen, you can see is always PRT and then screen something. So look for your print screen and then press it. In my case, I'm using my laptop, so I'll press the function key, or yours you may, if you want to print the current window, you press the Alt key and hold and press your print screen. In my case, I will need to press my function key before I press the print screen. So after I've done that, nothing will show that I have copied the screen, but if I paste, I see it on screen. So once you press your print screen, you have captured it, like how you copy and you don't see and have the faith and paste and you get the content. So this way too, when I do the print screen, it's as if I have copied the screen, so I don't see any action until I paste, then I see it. So notice that is what has just appeared at where my cursor was jumping. My cursor was jumping between the N and D of the ends in the drawing text, so I can just go ahead and pick out my picture within this screen that I have copied. So by simply cropping it, once I highlight on it, I get the appropriate tools that can be applied to it appearing on screen. Microsoft is so smart. I love Microsoft. So now I go ahead and click the crop tool. You see that, and they have made it such a way that you can crop in different forms. See it? I can crop this into any shape and pick it, but just for simplicity I'll just pick the normal cropping and it will be rectangularly cropped. So I just drag down using those black handles, and then drag up using the bottom one, black one, and drag on the left and right. So first my left, and then drag to trim myself off, and voila, I click away and then the picture is there. Now I can drag it to a new location, and I can actually even cut it and then insert a new blank page. So I'll just avoid some plenty clutter on the screen and come and paste it here, and then just drag it to open it to size. Hold and drag. So that's it. Now the size is okay for me. I can still trim off some of the white white areas, so that it's closer to the main object as possible. So I trim up to this and trim the bottom further, right? And that is cool. So I just click away and then I'm done. Click away and I'm done. Now I can now go look for my paint and open it. I can copy my thing again now. Go look for Microsoft Paint. Right, Microsoft Paint. I can type paint myself. Just P. Oh, I didn't type P. Just P. Oh, there was a P. Man, I need my paint. I need my paint. My keyboard has been messed up, so it is bringing me asterisk as P. So I'll check that later, but I can scroll through my whatever and then pick my Microsoft Paint, Office Paint. Paint, where are you? Come on, man. I need a paint. I need a paint brush, man. I need a paint. What function F? I need a paint. Alright, I just sorted that out. I toggled on my keyboard wrongly. So we have open paint, and go ahead and press Ctrl V on my keyboard, and voila, it gets pasted in there as a solid object which was drawn using shapes that could be distorting and running here and there with it. I didn't do this, so here we are, and here in paint we can even do some further modification. Let's say we want the whole background there to also be something else. We could pick the paint container with different color. Let's say we want some green grass around there, and then we come and click, and wow, look at our thing. It tends to be a different picture altogether with different modifications. So we can undo, and that is that. So now let's save it as the whatever format the person who may be requesting for it in the whatever format. So now we have these formats. Microsoft, very good. So we said we're going to save it as JPG. So if the person was asking JPG, so that is the option we are supposed to. We choose JPEG as our format we are going to save it. If the person asks for GIF, then we choose this, and that in that order. So now we are saving it as JPG, right? Then here we are. We saved it. We note down where we are saving it, so we can choose to save it on the desktop, right? Or we can even save it on my pen drive, removable drive if we want. So I save it. Okay, let me save it in my pictures, man, and save it as whatever file name we want to give it. My office premises, and then I save it. Bam, it's been saved. So now I can go ahead and then close it off, and that picture is there. So it's there as a picture and can actually now be inserted into this very document, which will be completely different from how this was inserted. So that is that. If we want to insert it, we just go insert it as a picture. We say insert picture, and it will be not editable picture. So look for it, and that's it. Voila, voila, insert, and then that is our picture. So in the same manner, that very picture can be given away. Thank you.